Hello, Neo.
Who are you?
I am the architect.
The savannah is, as the name implies, based around the real savanna of Central and Eastern Africa. Like Minecraft, the real savanna is an open landscape with widely spaced apart trees. The game manages to capture some of the actual building materials and style, consisted of great sticks and thatched, down-sloping roofs. Logs or wooden planks were sparsely used in the region, and many of these buildings also consisted of rock or clay from the ground, with many roofs being nothing more than straw. Snowy and taiga biomes are very overt in their references. Based off Icelandic and Scandinavian early structures, these buildings were made lengthwise and used wood and stone to insulate themselves from the cold. These vertical designs, both in the game and in real life, give these structures designs similar to a ship upside down. The churches of these areas are built in the opposite way, going up instead of out, and being like watchtowers or pseudo-pyramids. The only major discrepancy is igloos. Igloos were not used in the Scandinavian or Icelandic region, but were extensively used in the upper regions of Canada and in Greenland. Pit houses, which are similar to igloos, do appear also. The desert villages are by far the easiest to trace. Based around the Mesopotamian and Egyptian settlements, the box formation that these houses take is a replica of how it actually happened, with Mesopotamian and Egyptian family units being basically just squares, with multi-level buildings being boxes on top of boxes. This is a result of the building materials, stone and brick.
Now when I say the word brick, you might be thinking of something like this. Well, it's not actually the case. See, brick in Mesopotamia and in most of the world at this time was actually more like this. See, they would just take dirt and water, mix it together to form mud. They would then take that mud, take straw, bits of sticks, basically just about anything you could throw in it to make the composite a bit stickier and a bit harder to put together. They'd then form it into this, and then finally put it into the shape of a brick. They'd do that about 1,000 other times, and you finally have something that actually works like a brick. These weren't very structurally stable, so what would inevitably happen is that they would collapse. This was a planned destruction, which would, in turn, cause most Mesopotamian civilizations to be built in an elevated area, as gradually each structure fell down and produced more and more ground for the buildings to stand on.
Desert temples, while not an exact match, are very close to the ziggurats of the time. The plains are just generic. Their style doesn't come from any unique cultural or historical period, and instead is the standard idea of a township. Its architecture is plain as well, absent of any specific style or hallmark that could trace it back to anything real. At best, its churches are in some small way Gothic, but only a passing resemblance. Researching this, I looked at houses in Sweden, and although there is some similarity, I'm hesitant to say that's what it strictly is inspired by.